After each town council meeting, the staff sits down and records a quick recap, highlighting the public meeting. The complete meeting can be found on the Town of Avon, Indiana's YouTube page, but this podcast is designed to give you a simple overview to help keep you informed about what is happening. The Avon, Indiana Town Council meets twice a month at Avon Town Hall. A full schedule of their public meetings can be found online at avonindiana.gov.
What's up, Town of Avon? This is Angel Gina, the Marcom specialist here at Town Hall. And today I'm with
Ryan Cannon, Town Manager.
And today we're going to be talking about the Town Council meeting that happened last night on March 14th. Ryan, you want to take it away?
Sure. Thanks, Angel. We did have a little bit. It was actually a pretty heavy agenda. The council was very focused and businesslike, so we got through it relatively quick. But there is quite a bit of stuff on there, so hope you're willing to listen to me talk for a little while.
We're ready when you are.
All right. The first item of new business was we had 4 introductions of zoning amendments. The town's Unified Development Ordinance requires that any property that is interested in being rezoned actually has to do an introduction before the town council before they go to the Plan Commission. So if you're listening to this and you hear anything that is of interest to you and you want to know how it goes at the Plan Commission, you can show up on March 25th and learn more about these projects. So the first one is a Wawa convenience store, which is being proposed at the corner of 100 North and Dan Jones Road. They are looking to go on the corner there. And so they introduced potentially rezoning that property from residential to commercial. They are proposing a 6,300 square foot convenience store. They referred to it as a neighborhood store. So it will have a gas facilities as well. And so they did complete that introduction to the council. The second one is Family Promise, which is proposing 8 townhomes on property that's actually owned by the town of Avon, just south of the Shell or right across the street from the Frostbite on Avon Avenue. It's about an acre property, and the town had acquired the properties as part of our right-of-way acquisition when we did the Avon Avenue Bridge project. And Family Promise, if you're not aware, is a wonderful organization that tries to help assist homeless families in our community. And so part of that mission is for them to be able to provide affordable housing. So again, I'd direct you to Family Promise to learn more specifics about it, but they introduced that to the town council last night. The third one is a rezoning proposed at 8447 East US Highway 36, which is just west of Casco Drive. I'm sorry, if you're familiar with where Casco is. Currently, there are, I believe, 2 residential houses there, and this developer was interested in changing that zoning from an I2 zoning to a C2 zoning. They did not provide any specifics to the town council last night, so if you would go and actually listen to the meeting, you'll hear the council express a little bit of frustration that they didn't have a conceptual plan or anything. They just said they wanted to zone the property to C2. So that was the feedback that was provided to the council. Was they weren't certain if they had an objection to the C2, but they'd like more information about what the developer was planning to do with the property. The fourth one is a project most people have probably heard us talk about, is Easton Gray. There's a house that was surrounded by the Riverwalk District in Easton Gray, and that property owner has decided to sell to Republic, which is the developer of Easton Gray. And so it's a 1-acre parcel, but it was not a part of the town of Avon, so they're asking for it to be annexed, and then it will become part of the Riverwalk District. They didn't have a lot of examples of what they were going to do with the property, but there was an exhibit if you're interested in go looking on our website. And there was an exhibit that was attached that was kind of cool. If you go look at it, if you guys are familiar with that area, they said their vision was maybe for it to be a restaurant that would have a patio and it overlooks the entire White Lick Creek. So it would be a really cool restaurant experience. So we'll see if that's what transpires from it. But that rezoning request is to just add it to the Easton Gray PUD, this 1-acre parcel. So that was all the rezoning requests. We also had our Public Works Department asked for permission to award a quote for our roadside mowing. The town has two separate contracts that we do for our roadside mowing. The one we call roadside mowing is for areas that are not roundabouts and don't particularly have curbs. So a lot of the rural areas by farm fields where there's grass growing, that's kind of what we refer to as roadside mowing. We have a second contract that we do that we kind of refer to as roundabout and road maintenance. And those are kind of, we want to maintain our roundabouts at a higher standard and make sure that they look nice and presentable for the community. And so we have a separate contractor that provides that service. So we do 7 cycles of roadside mowing every year. So we do it once a month from basically May to November. And so this was our request for quotes. We got quotes from 4 separate contractors. The low quote was from Franco for $3,500 a cycle. This was substantially less expensive than what we were previously paying, which was about $15,000 a cycle. So we got a wonderful price from Franco, and we're excited about that. Franco had done some work for us in the past, and so even though the price was substantially lower, our Public Works Department was comfortable recommending Franco to be awarded that quote, and the town council approved that recommendation. So Franco will be doing the town's roadside mowing in 2024. The next item was the 2024-2025 road salt commitment. The town, actually since 2011, has been working with the Indiana Department of Transportation to purchase salt. INDOT actually does a statewide bid process in order to get better pricing on salt for municipalities in the state. And so in order to do that, we have to provide a commitment of what we'll agree to purchase from them. And then we are required to purchase at least 80% of whatever that commitment number is. And we could purchase up to 120% of our commitment number. So the last 3 years, we've purchased 1,500 tons of treated salt. We used about 1,500 tons of salt this year for our snow removal efforts. And so was the staff's recommendation to again acquire 1,500 tons of salt from the state purchasing program, and the town council did approve that. The last item in new business was approving planing on-call proposals. For those of you who are familiar with the town, you will know that our planning director left in February, and then our senior planner is leaving actually today, unfortunately. And so in order to make sure that we maintain continuity and we don't lose track of any projects, I recommended that the town council enter into 2 on-call proposals for planning assistance. The first is with our senior planner to finish out basically the cases that he has been working on. And so he will attend the Board of Zoning Appeals meeting, and he will attend the Plan Commission meeting in March to make sure that all of those projects don't slip through the cracks and get through the process. So we're very appreciative to Ian for doing that, even though he's moving on to another job. So that's the first on-call proposal. The second one is with HWC Engineering, who is also helping the town with our comprehensive plan. They also assisted us in writing our Unified Development Ordinance. I've asked them to help us transition to the April Plan Commission cases. So they are going to provide some on-call services and review plans and just stay on top of projects to make sure nothing slips through the cracks. Our new planning director will be starting on March 25th. So that's just about a week away, and we're excited to have Linda Albrand as our new planning director. And so stay tuned for her, but we're trying to give her some help, make sure that we're not dumping everything on her first week when she arrives here. So the town council did approve both of those on-call proposals. That was all the new business, but we did have quite a few resolutions and ordinances as well.
Grab some popcorn, everyone.
Yeah, grab some popcorn, everybody. Most of these will be a little bit quicker. So one of the things when we annex property, state law actually requires that we have to perform a fiscal plan, which is the town's policy on how we will provide services to that annexation area. The law requires that if we annex an area, we have to provide the same services we would provide to that area as any other citizens. So we hire a financial advisor who helps us prepare how that will happen, and then the town council can take that into account when they're making the decision on whether to annex a property or not. So we had 2 annexations. We have one for the Pulte Group, which is asking for a piece of property to be annexed on 100 South, just west of County Road 6, or I apologize, east of County Road 625 East, on the north side of 100 South. It's about 23 acres, and the town council did approve the resolution for that fiscal plan. The other one I mentioned earlier was that 1 acre parcel for Easton Gray, which is owned by Passari, and the town council adopted that fiscal plan as well. The next resolution we had was to acquire some right-of-way. The town is working with 2 developers, actually, in the area between 900 and Ronald Reagan Parkway and north of County Road 200 North and south of the B&O. There's a new project that's coming in there, and in order for that project to be accomplished, a new east-west road, which will be like a business collector to basically provide access for those developments to get out to Ronald Reagan Parkway, an east-west road needs to be constructed. That was one of the requirements of the zoning. Unfortunately, to do that, the town is going to need to acquire some right-of-way to assist that project, and it's off of the property owner's own property, and so the town has to kind of be the intermediary there to acquire that property. So the town council did authorize staff to proceed with the acquisition of the right-of-way needed for that project, and that means the staff can go get appraisals and start the process for trying to acquire that property. The last resolution then is for the same project that I was just talking about. It's called Project Winston, and they are proposing, or they are requesting, a tax abatement for personal property. This Project Winston is going to be a fantastic project for our community. It's going to have $150 million. It's a $150 million project, about $85 million for construction, $60 million for robotics that will actually go into the facility, and it'll create 420 jobs. So it's an excellent project for our community. They are asking for a personal property tax abatement for some of the robotics and computer technology that they have in the building. This is relatively typical for projects. In order to do that, the town council has to pass a declaratory resolution, making that area an economic revitalization area. And the town council did approve that last night. The next step in that process then will be, it'll be advertised for a public hearing, which will occur on April 11th. And the town council will vote at that point on whether to provide a tax abatement or not. We're almost there, Angel. Wake up.
It's okay. I'm still awake.
Okay, good.
I hope you all are awake too.
The last 2 are really easy. They still relate to those 2 annexations we talked about earlier. The town is required to hold a public hearing on those annexations. So we had our public hearings last night. Nobody spoke on either of them. Unfortunately, no one showed up to provide any input, so that means that they must be comfortable with us annexing it. But and then the town council introduced the ordinances to do that. The law requires that after the public hearing, the council must wait 14 days before adopting the annexation. So these will come back up on the March 28th town council meeting for final adoption. That was all of it.
That was a lot.
It was a lot.
All right.
It almost took me longer to explain it as it took for the council to do it all. So.
And the council likes to get down in business and just bang it out, you know?
They do, yes.
All right. Just a couple of reminders. The registrations for the Avon Community Garden are still open. And if you're interested, please go to avonindiana.gov/community garden. Again, that's avonindiana.gov/community garden. And also the registrations for the Avon Farmers Market are also open. If you're interested in that and want to be a part of it, please go to avonindiana.gov/farmers market. Again, that's avonindiana.gov/farmers market. All right. Ryan?
What are you doing, Angel? This is my opportunity to ask you a question.
Oh, gosh.
What are you excited about for next week?
Next week, this coming week, I'm actually going to be on vacation. So I will be traveling to Vegas, the West Coast, and then going to California, LA.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited just to, have different type of environment and also warm weather, constant warm
Vegas
weather.
isn't like Avon.
If you put in a casino, I mean, no, definitely not. Like West Coast is a different type of breed, right?
It is. It's fun. You're gonna have a great time. Good for you.
Thank you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna work a whole bunch next week, but the following week
Making me
I'm
feel
also
bad.
gonna go on vacation.
There
so
it is.
I hope
Where are you
everyone
going?
has a nice spring break. I'm going to Phoenix, Arizona. So
Phoenix. We're all going to the West Coast. I guess it's time to get that warm weather here in Indiana.
that's right. Yes.
I hope everyone stayed safe, especially with the storm. Last night I heard there was a couple of houses, maybe a lot more than a couple, that were damaged up in like Winchester, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
I hope everyone stayed safe and dry, and we hope that you have an amazing weekend. And for those who are on spring break or have family members that are on spring break and plan on going on vacation, we hope you guys stay safe, have fun, and we hope you guys have a great one. And don't forget to smile. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.